Amazon looks like a dream. Fast delivery, low prices, everything just one click away. But what if I told you this convenience comes with a hidden cost? Not for you, for the people behind it. The workers, the sellers, even entire businesses. Because behind those smiling boxes is a system designed for one thing: total control. And once you're inside it, it's almost impossible to escape. From warehouse workers tracked like machines to sellers who wake up one day and lose everything. Amazon isn't just a company, it's a system. A system that rewards speed but punishes anyone who slows down. So the real question is, what is Amazon not telling you? And why does no one talk about it? Stay till the end, because what you're about to see will completely change how you look at Amazon. Amazon didn't start as a giant. In 1994, a man named Jeff Bezos had a simple idea: sell books online. At that time, the internet was still new. Most people didn't even trust putting their credit card online. But Bezos saw something different. He saw the future. A world where people don't go to stores, stores come to them. And slowly, it worked. Books turned into electronics, electronics turned into everything. Amazon wasn't just growing, it was expanding aggressively. Every year, faster deliveries, lower prices, more products. But here's what made Amazon different. It didn't just want to compete, it wanted to dominate. And the way it achieved that is where things start getting interesting. Amazon built something called Prime. At first, it sounded crazy. Pay money just to get faster delivery? But it worked. Because once people joined Prime, they stopped comparing. They stopped checking other websites. Amazon became their default. And that's when Amazon stopped being a store and started becoming an ecosystem. Then came FBA, Fulfillment by Amazon. This changed everything. Now anyone could start a business. You don't need a warehouse. You don't need delivery. Just send your products to Amazon and they handle everything. Sounds perfect, right? And for a while, it was. Thousands of small sellers made money. Some even built million-dollar businesses. But there was one small detail most people ignored. They weren't building their own business. They were building it on Amazon's land. And on Amazon's land, Amazon makes the rules. Fees increased, competition increased, and slowly, control tightened. But this is just the surface, because behind the success stories, there's a much darker reality. And it starts inside Amazon's warehouses. The darker side of Amazon doesn't start online. It starts inside the warehouses. Massive buildings, the size of multiple football fields. Thousands of workers moving non-stop. Every second matters. Every step is tracked. Every mistake recorded. Because inside Amazon warehouses, you're not just working, you're being measured. Workers carry scanners, devices that tell them where to go, what to pick, how fast to move. If you slow down, the system knows. If you stop, the system knows. Even bathroom breaks are tracked. And if your numbers drop, you get a warning. Drop again, you're out. No manager yelling at you, just an algorithm deciding your future. Some workers call it time off task. It sounds harmless, but it's not. If you spend too much time not scanning items, even for a few minutes, the system flags you. Enough flags, you're automatically terminated. No discussion, no explanation. Imagine losing your job because you went to the bathroom for too long. And this pressure doesn't just affect performance, it affects health. Reports have shown higher injury rates compared to other warehouses. Repetitive stress, exhaustion, mental burnout. But here's the thing. Amazon doesn't need you to stay long because the system is designed for replacement. High turnover isn't a problem.
It's part of the model. New workers come in, work at maximum speed, burn out, and then get replaced. But the warehouses are just one side of the story. The real game is happening with sellers, the people who actually bring products to Amazon. At first, Amazon feels like an opportunity. Low barrier, huge traffic, fast growth. You list a product and suddenly you're making sales, maybe even thousands per month. But then, things start to change. Competition increases, prices drop, margins shrink. And suddenly, you're not just competing with other sellers, you're competing with Amazon itself. Here's how it works. Amazon sees everything. Your sales data, your best-selling products, your pricing strategy, everything. And when a product starts doing well, Amazon takes notes. Then it makes its own version. Amazon Basics, Amazon Essentials, private labels built using your data. They copy the idea, improve logistics, lower the price, and because it's Amazon, they get better placement, more visibility, more trust. So the platform that made your business can also destroy it. But it gets worse, because sometimes you don't even get a warning. Sellers have reported waking up one day and finding their account suspended. No sales, no access, funds frozen. Imagine your entire business gone overnight. Appeals can take weeks, sometimes months, and during that time, your revenue is zero, your inventory is stuck, your business is dying. And here's the hardest truth. You don't own your customers. Amazon does. You don't control the platform. Amazon does. You're just a guest. And once you realize that, you start to see Amazon differently. Not as a marketplace, but as a gatekeeper. But everything we've talked about so far still isn't the darkest part, because the real power of Amazon goes far beyond warehouses and sellers. Everything we've talked about, workers, sellers, control, that's just the inside of the machine. But the real power of Amazon is how it controls the outside world. Because Amazon isn't just a company anymore, it's an infrastructure. Think about this. A huge part of the internet doesn't run on its own servers. It runs on Amazon Web Services, AWS. Netflix, startups, even government systems, they all depend on Amazon. So even companies that compete with Amazon still rely on it to survive. This creates something powerful, not just influence, but dependency. And when one company becomes this big, it doesn't just compete in the market, it shapes the market. Prices go down, but so does competition. Small businesses struggle to keep up. Local stores disappear. Margins get thinner. And slowly, everything starts to look the same. Because Amazon doesn't just optimize for convenience, it optimizes for dominance. And dominance always comes at a cost. But here's the twist. Most people don't notice any of this, because on the surface, everything looks perfect. Your package arrives on time, returns are easy, prices are low, so you never question it. You just click Buy Now. And that's exactly how the system wins. The easier it feels, the harder it is to see what's happening behind the scenes. Workers pushed to limits, sellers trapped in a system they don't control, businesses slowly getting replaced, all hidden behind convenience. And maybe Amazon didn't start this way. It started as an idea, a simple online bookstore, but somewhere along the way, it became something else. Not just a company, but a system that's too big to challenge. So what's the lesson here? Amazon isn't evil, and it isn't perfect either. It's just powerful. And when something becomes this powerful, it changes the rules. For workers, for businesses, for everyone. But now, you see it. The system behind the screen. The cost behind the convenience. So the next time you open Amazon and you're about to click Buy Now, just ask yourself one question. What am I really paying for? If you made it this far, you already think differently than most people, and that's powerful. If you want more stories like this, where we break down the systems behind money, power, and business, make sure to subscribe, because the next video might change how you see the world again.